Here we are, back with part 5.
Was there a sale at the flea market?
I haven't been to the Hive in a long...
Hey, you're not supposed to say that, old bird.
Don't tell me...
We've already been through this, so we're just gonna skip
forget.
through this
Passed
dialogue.
down from your creepy ancestors, eh?
Get lost, Sonny.
It's almost impossible to think of you as a...
According to rumor.
Believe it or not, I had a great future ahead of me.
Well, it probably never will be.
Ooh.
They didn't have any landscapes.
Oh,
It's almost unbelievable that...
Do you know the Night Owl Blues, Bubo?
are you trying to wind me up, McChicken?
Not for the world. Surely you can play the owl and the pussycat, right? Stab me if I'm wrong.
Get lost, Marty. Have you nothing better to do?
Honestly, nope. You can't even play the piano, am I right?
I never said I could.
Ah, what a shame.
He looks so disappointed.
What about your experiments, Doc?
What? How do you know about the experiments?
I'm just,
If you dare to squeal about them, Sonny, I swear I'm gonna strangle your little skinny chicken neck.
Hey, stop right there. I was bluffing, okay? I don't know about any experiments.
Oh, now I'm suddenly interested.
What? I was just joking with you two boys. There are no experiments at all. You know me, right?
Yeah. Look, about those, non...
I had no idea where they came from. I just took them in the name of science.
In the name of science, huh? I don't know about you, Sonny. Smells like Bubo bullshit to me.
Your
Alliteration.
sense of smell's rarely mistaken, partner.
I swear I'm not doing it anymore. It doesn't even work. Insect body parts are
Oh my
not
goodness.
compatible with animals.
What did
Yeah.
you just say?
Who, me? I didn't say anything.
Okay, we don't want to hear any of this, Bubo. And I think it's time for us to go.
Good idea, Boss Bird.
Let's just drop the subject, okay?
You're probably right, Doc.
It's not scary at all.
How's it going, Papa?
Very well, thank you.
Ah, I see. So,
Thanks, son.
one more thing, Paps.
Yes, my boy.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Good evening, Papa.
Surgical bed. What's the last
I was
thing
never
I had?
so scared as when I was lying here and you were leaning over me, Doc.
Do you mean that time when McChicken shot you?
Yeah.
That was a night to remember.
Ah, don't even mention it. Good old days.
Do you ever clean this, Doc?
You really want to know, Sonny?
And not really.
Here you go.
Let's talk to Big Man.
Do you think he's broken up about it?
Bubo? You mean because of Ursula? I don't think so. He's too proud ever to admit he was wrong. Or say he's sorry.
Okay, but deep down inside.
Oh, I don't want to know what's deep down inside of Bubo, Marty. Let's get this over with fast.
We're already in it up to our crests, Sonny.
Hey, what's up, Doc? Somehow we guessed we'd find you still awake.
Stop playing innocent. I've heard that little intermezzo. I have the ears of an owl, you know.
We're very sorry, Bubo. I'm sure she'll come back.
Of course she'll come back. She loves me. I don't know why. And she's afraid that I'll drink myself to death once she's gone for good.
He's not wrong about that.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
We're here for some information. Then we'll be out of your hair. I mean, feathers.
Who cares? So what do you want? And be quick about it.
What was that ruckus all about? Ursula's not one to lose her patience quickly.
She has literally infinite patience, boys. But somewhere, even infinity has to end.
I think infinity's infinite because it has no end.
Oh, shut up, Martin.
I'll zip it.
This day was too much for her. We were supposed to go out for a date or something. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
And that was too much for her.
Somehow tonight, we're shocking everybody we come across.
And don't you think that's a sign?
Sign of what?
That the time for the chicken police is over.
On the contrary, old man. Everything's the same as it used to be.
Great wild ones preserve us. But spit it out. What exactly do you want? And make it snappy, will ya?
You're right, Doc.
Who? Hey, weren't...
Yeah, we were. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc. And you know that's not my style.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing, the sun's shining.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I trust Ursula, Sonny. What else can I do?
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do. What do you know about this wristband, Bubo?
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to you.
Something similar, yes, but not exactly the same. It's different.
And?
And what?
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of psychic? That I put my hands on it and tell you?
That would be
Okay,
helpful.
let's try another approach. Do you have any idea why Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard?
I don't. How should I know? Why should I care?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from the corpse.
Really?
That rang a bell, old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right, you're in deep shit.
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a corpse, huh? It looks very much like I know the connection. Or at least I have a hunch.
Information.
Out with it, Owlface.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a relative who happens to be a resident at an insane asylum. The band is very likely from there.
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
Yeah. You don't know? I thought you were the detectives.
Brother.
Anyway, Ibn Wessler has a twin brother, Albert.
Albert Wessler.
You put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert Wessler. He's a madman kept in solitary confinement.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
How the hell should I know that?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time we'll owe you one.
Will wonders never cease?
So, Albert Wessler. Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some fancy long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure. Let me find it for you.
Thanks, Bubo.
That would be
Here it
helpful.
is. Let there be peace forever. Mental institution for ill and damaged minds. Quite a beakful.
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more. But you'll find everything in the brochure.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally
I wish
proved
there was a
useful.
6-hour driving sequence.
Finally? Now get your chicken scratchers out of here while I'm asking nicely. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
If that someone was really Albert Wessler, the trouble's bigger than you think.
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to it.
You don't understand. Ibn Wessler never loved and respected anyone in his life like he did his brother Albert.
So what?
Then the problem's bigger than we thought. A cornered rat bites.
Well, thanks for worrying about us, Doc. But there's no way back from here. Too far, too late.
We're like hounds, old man. Once we've caught someone's leg, we never let it go.
Who? Not while you're alive, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goodbye then, fellas. And I wouldn't mind if you never visited me again.
The pleasure was all ours, Doc.
Don't count on it. We'll most likely be back here.
That rat you mentioned was Zip.
Should I be surprised or what? I knew it was him.
Yeah, we knew you knew.
What did that old raccoon do this time?
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about it?
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever winds up here, and I don't care if they're cops or gangsters.
What a good guy.
It's the same thing.
Or gangster cops.
It's the same thing.
Oh, brother.
Who?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, it's time to head out of here. Look at this brochure.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
I feel like we've been to the Nile already.
Thanks, boy.
Don't mention it, Mort.
Alright, we've already been here.
So long, Tim.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine, boy.
Alright, we've already been here. I guess we go back to the hotel.
We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into? This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself. It didn't matter to me. Too many pieces had been plucked off this old rooster. But Marty's different. He's too good of a bird and too good of a cop to end up like me.
A secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a detective novel. A cheap one.
Yeah, but, listen, Marty.
What is it, Boss Bird?
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
Gosh damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home. Your wife, Laura's waiting for you.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
No. Why?
I love you.
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what Blood Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the Chicken Police, Sonny. And we always will be.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up
6
fast
hours,
and
okay.
clean. Yeah, just like you said, even if it kills us.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
I hope not.
You almost just did.
Cluck off, Marty.
That's the spirit, the Sonny I know and hate.
Books I've never read. I still have nightmares about the Great Fire.
Really? Were you alive then?
I was 3. And maybe it's not even a true memory, just the collective memory of the city. I see the flames. I see the burning buildings. And I hear the screams.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you weren't born in Clawville. Aren't you from Averia?
Exactly, Marty. We were just visiting Clawville when the fire broke out.
I'm surprised you ever returned.
Well, maybe that's the reason I did return, Marty. It's like when someone falls in love with their captor, you know? Somehow I feel like this is my place. No matter how much suffering it brings, Clawville's fate is intertwined with mine.
Heavy stuff.
A stack of papers. I've had enough.
You know, I thought about it multiple times that you might be Meredith H. Marble.
We've met her on a number of occasions, Marty. Remember? Her real name is Susie.
Maybe Susie's just an actress you hired.
You've read too much of that cheap garbage, Marty. There's no conspiracy theory. Susie's just a money-hungry little dame who made a fortune off of us. That's all.
Yeah, you're disappointing.
I know.
Harry. Where is that key?
When all of this is over, I'm gonna go on that long journey. A closet that's closed forever, like an old movie theater.
You've heard the gossip, haven't you? That they were the ones...
Everyone heard that, Marty, but
I don't know. Somehow it
you watch too many...
must be horrible to live in...
Because it's not. But
so you do believe in...
I believe in the possibility.
You're an awfully worn piece of old furniture. It's chaos and mayhem wherever we go.
Yeah, I know. Just don't get too excited.
Can I ask an honest question, son?
If you must.
You think of her differently now? Because of what you've learned?
I don't really know. Our shared past didn't change. Our daughter, our experiences, our pains.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But yeah, Marty, I think of her differently. I won't lie.
I'm sorry.
I know, Marty.
So...
Not long after I met Molly, she always loved to work with orphans.
I see. So what the cluck...
I helped around the orphanage for a while.
So you were a kindergarten teacher?
No!
Relax, Sonny. It's nothing to be ashamed.
Stop it right there, Marty.
Hey, if you like music so much, why don't you have...
Maybe I love this.
The silence of Clawville. You mean the siren?
Yeah, something like that, Marty.
Please say the floor inside is covered with conspiracy theory
More like dirty clothes and empty bottles, Marty. Sorry.
You're no fun, Sonny.
Well, you'll get old eventually.
Never.
Good to have to
Thanks
talk to
for
this
everything,
guy.
pal.
Don't mention it, Sonny. If it weren't for you, nobody would have tried to kill me with a Tommy gun or set fire to a ship with me in it.
Yeah, how lucky you are, huh?
Damn right.
Let's get our Tommy gun.
I got a feeling tomorrow's gonna be another tough day.
You're telling me.
What do you think, Marty?
What? You care what I think?
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious.
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest, Ibn Wessler is in deeper shit.
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why? And what does it have to do with Natasha and the threats?
Doesn't add up yet. Something's missing. Let's visit the institution and try to find out what we can about this Albert Wessler fella.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was. If we can't, and if he's still alive, we gotta ask him directly.
What do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case, and that all of it has something to do with the brothel.
And the fact that Natasha used to be a... courtesan?
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about Molly.
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forget it. Let's concentrate on the case, and on making it out alive, and helping Natasha, too.
Whatever you say, Boss Bird. So you think Natasha's really in danger?
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe that.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Alright, here we go. Natasha's closing forward. Some locks. Not D.
Natasha used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret.
But why?
A secret, it seems, somebody else had to pay for. Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband. Who could it belong to?
What? He has been acting different.
dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
Okay, so the picture is more or less clear. Ibn's got his brother killed because he learned Natasha worked in a brothel.
No, that could be the case, but I believe the roots go deeper than that.
Which we'd only learn if we talk to him. I mean, if the corpse isn't him, because then we'd need a medium.
Which would be exciting, but maybe it's enough if we ask the doctor who treated him.
That too, yeah. But where's the fun in that?
Oh no, we're just going to asylum.
Okay, so the pic...
No,
which we'd only...
Which would be...
That too, yeah. So where exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere.
You think it's a good idea to go there?
I told you, you can still go back.
Wouldn't you love that?
Thanks, pal. I deserved that.
You still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Ah, don't be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss. So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the Hive is true...
You're telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn once again. And because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first. 'Cause then, the whole wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospect, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right. Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Okay, so the which that...
All right. Wrong button.
I got a feeling tomorrow...
You're telling...
What do they want from
I'd
me?
still like to take... Ooh,
Seven species. Hard boiled.
Nautica, Stavonia.
What the hell want from me?
A closet.
Okay, so the pic...
I got a feeling... A stack of... Huh. Maybe... Books I've never... Tonight you tried to kill me again, old friend.
Are you talking...
Huh? Oh.
You and me both. Okay, so the picture is more...
No.
Which we don't...
Which would be...
That too. I'd still like...
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Marty.
Ooh, it gets more and more intense. Hey, when this is over, do you think we'll...
Ah, hell yeah. I can already see the headline.
Ooh, I love your optimism.
You can't leave yet. But why?
You're the best. I haven't dusted you off in a while. Ironic. Oh, man. Why did you keep that? Come to Daddy, darling. It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm... Molly.
What is going on here? I think it's Google time. Someone else has been stuck here. Seems we have to call 555-966.
Hello. You've called the Let There Be Peace Forever mental institution for ill and damaged minds. What can I do for you, sir? Or madam?
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you have one?
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
Oh, I see. In that case, officer,
Thank you, miss. I guess I'll...
we'll welcome you with open arms, sir.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Not creepy at all.
So,
We have to go there.
the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha. So,
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
whew, great idea.
I got a feeling... it's...
Well, let's call Lewis. Hope it's his number.
Hey, Lewis, it's me again.
Oh, hello, Sonny. What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your...
He wasn't sleeping.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You won't want it. Again.
Yeah. I got a feeling...
You tell it.
Sorry for the mess, Marty.
Don't worry about it, Sonny. I didn't expect...
Thanks.
It's traveling time.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty. Dead tired. Then I saw Tessa. My darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more.
It's about to be
I looked at
shooting time.
Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same. Let's hope so.
Out of the Past. Complete the 3rd chapter. Fox King looking over all the other animals.
This picture...
It's very...
Special? This...
It's...
Special?
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no. The poor devil.
It doesn't matter how big a star you once were. Ending up lonely and crazy in a rotting insane asylum in the middle of nowhere is like the universe restoring its balance.
That was very poetic of you, Marty. Almost deep. Careful you don't drown.
Cluck you. It does that cluck.
We should go to reception first. Let them know we're here.
Alright then.
Ah, like an angel from heaven, isn't she? That's rude.
Ah, boo-hoo. What do you think? Can she hear us up there?
Sonny, stop being so heightist. It's a different world nowadays, you know?
Yeah, okay. Cry me a river.
I'm forever amazed by what an asshole you are.
Of all the great wild ones.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well, yes.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
I'm afraid so.
Head.
Of all that's furry and plumy, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
Thank
We
goodness.
really...
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
Police squad. Talk with a superfan nurse at the asylum.
What do you think? Yeah.
I'm forever.
Sorry, but I still can't believe it's really you.
Neither can we.
You can't imagine how wonderful it is that I can help you in one of your cases. Does this mean it will become a new book? And maybe I will be in it?
Miss, those books aren't really...
Don't even tell me. No, I don't want to know. Let it be a surprise instead.
No, I didn't mean...
Leave it to me, Sonny. I'm good at this. Thank you, miss. Your words are very flattering, and we are honored.
No, I thank you. I'll never forget this day.
We won't either, that's for sure.
We're happy to bring you joy, miss. Anytime.
Please, I'm at your service.
Thank you, miss.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
What?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so. What can you say about this, miss? Have you...
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
We won't. I promise.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
We need to let them know we're here first.
I already have.
That clock.
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
So is he still here?
What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared.
Oh dear, he's gone.
And we're really, really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Exactly.
Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please, take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
So he was in that scene twice.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense. Is this cell like the others?
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up. Are you very busy?
I am.
Why do you have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal, too, like all our residents.
What a good guy.
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient. Am I right?
It's not as big of a difference as you'd think.
So, escaping is impossible.
If I'd want to escape, I have the privilege of using the door.
Well, let's talk to this pretzel man.
A snake. I
Quetzal.
can't help it, but
The
they
pretzel.
make my feathers stand on end.
He's a snake with arms.
I have a hard time bearing their proximity. My blood boils and my heart bangs. It's the primordial fear, they say.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuus Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the Predatory Division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients.
Please be...
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say.
We know you know. It's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it?
Now, that's much more interesting.
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
I have a heart.
So,
Let's see.
It's asking time.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
for quite some time, his first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
What kind of a place is this exactly?
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance. Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that so?
Yeah.
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
It's detecting time.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle. So when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is. He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Not the top one.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
How did you see Albert when you first met?
Albert was shy and reserved, like a ghost. He almost never touched anything. It was evident he was exceptionally intelligent. He measured and observed everything around him.
What else?
He was delicate and graceful, almost like a woman. Yes. He was rather feminine. He was an artist, Mr. Featherland, a magnificent painter, and a rather good writer, too. Sometimes I even heard him sing.
Why did he have to be locked up?
I asked the same thing at...
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning?
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth.
Details.
When and why did Albert...
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Is it a painting of...
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that?
Yes, Dr. Quetzal. I've seen it. Did Albert tell you about his relationship with his brother?
Rarely. He respected and loved his brother, but when he came to talk, he was usually angry.
Oh? Why?
Oh, fear, jealousy, frustration, rivalry, maybe all of these combined.
-5.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous. Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
Interesting.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed. Right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now.
Oh my goodness.
So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly. And he was blinded in one eye, or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as...
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability. You didn't believe Albert.
Of course not. I'm not naive. I knew...
Well, we don't know that, Doc. Well, take it easy, Doc. One of the most critical...
You're absolutely right, Mr.
It's all right. Happens to...
-20.
Concentrate, Doctor. What?
I'm sure it was Hobart.
But why would he do that?
Maybe Albert saw something.
To whom? The four walls?
To anyone.
I don't think it's that simple, Doctor.
You're welcome.
+20.
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now...
We understand, Doctor.
Only 60. Let's retry.
So when Albert could you do?
It was not
What was your
I already.
and Albert?
He was new.
Why?
Because they were.
What was your first impression?
He was silent, but observed.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't.
Didn't you think of that as
Of course I did.
what
You
and
yeah,
of course.
basically.
So you didn't even know.
Initially, no.
Plus 10.
How did you? What? Why?
I asked.
Plus 20.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wetzel's not only very observant, but he's a dick. When
It was cute
that
I had never seen.
did he ever tell you what happened?
Of course.
Was it a painting?
Oh,
Yes, Dr. Quetzal. I've
Plus 10.
so Al, do you think the
not
but
exact.
what exactly?
It wasn't Hobart.
What happened to him? It could be
Oh,
So you're saying, Albert,
yes.
Dr. Quetzal is
Plus 20.
maybe it's not.
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland. But even I...
But there's no doubt it wasn't a.
I don't believe...
I totally agree.
Plus 10.
But
Maybe
to whom?
to any...
I don't.
Your...
Plus 20.
What happened then?
A few weeks...
What did Hobart?
He did...
Couldn't you manage to?
Nothing.
Do you think
It's...
How did he?
That's...
Did anyone?
No.
Unfortunate.
Oh, well, I'm glad...
We understand, Doctor.
There we go. 90% true detective.
Are you very busy?
I am...
Oh, we don't want to go back up there.
We need to let the. That was.
Cluck you.
This.
Well, it must have been made by one of the patients, so it's understandable.
It's the handiwork of our director. He's not only a scientist, but he's a great painter, too.
I see.
Well, it's lovely to have a hobby, right?
That's right, Marty. We need to let. What do you think? Yeah.
Please, I'm at your service.
Thank you, miss.
We need to let them know.
I have let them know I'm here first.
That.
Cluck you.
What do you think?
Please, I'm at.
Thank you, miss.
Alright.
We need to let.
And I have.
Insane ghosts.
Sonny, it's not...
That was funny. Let's go back up top.
Is this cell like.
I would...
Is this cell.
I would...
So, escape...
If I'd want to escape...
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around.
That's not...
Well, that's, surprising.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable. Yeah.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, Boss Bird.
Get to it, Marty. Yes. For a handful of waffles.
A small window, a small hope.
No way! Is this some kind of puzzle?
I don't think so. But we could still find something important here. A pattern, a sign, anything.
Illuminati confirmed.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird.
scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems. Perfect chaos.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Look at that. A letter.
Interesting.
Isn't this familiar, Sonny? Just like your office and you...
Marty.
Okay. Shut up.
The style. It's very familiar to me.
You've been lonely for far too long, huh?
Not funny, Marty.
It is, a little. So this is an original Albert...
I think so. It's pretty good, I must say.
You kept me out of it.
Sorry, little boy. Maybe next time.
You know, I don't think he had it so bad in here.
You mean apart from being separated from everyone you love?
You're right.
As always. Well, I guess the bed has to find a new owner soon.
Are you really so sure he's not...
I never said that.
What is this line I need to draw? So there's nothing to do here. That wasn't on purpose at first.
It's a piece of a painting, judging by how well it was hit. Identical twins. Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that. What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally insane? I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
Albert killed
What do you
Ivan.
mean?
Everything will be revealed
He's been real
soon.
quiet, right?
Why do you have
But
to
his
be so
eyeball
melodramatic
got ripped
all of a sudden?
If I'm
Can't
right,
be Ivan.
this'll flip the whole case upside down.
Unless he has a
What's
glass
that,
eye.
Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me.
The red on the wall looks
So,
like the red.
what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
Albert found out that she was a night lady.
How long was Albert was he
I didn't
his
know
aunt?
this.
What can you tell us about the woman in the photo we...
Do you mean Miss Natasha Katsenko? Well, yes.
Did she ever visit this place?
Never. But if you ask me,
And Albert, did he mention her often?
constantly, it was obvious he had an affection for Miss Katsenko, but I wouldn't have thought for a moment he could escape because of her.
I wouldn't jump ahead, Doctor. Something else could be behind Albert's disappearance.
Do you think so? All the signs clearly indicate this.
Maybe they do, Doctor, but in my line of work, logic's not always the best advisor.
In 99% of cases.
Exactly. But this one typically belongs to the remaining 1%.
If you say so.
So, detectives,
I'm afraid we have, Doctor.
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying
Not on account of either of our jobs, am I right?
exactly.
Farewell, Miranda, dear.
So, you'll remember my name?
Marty McChicken never forgets, ma'am.
Oh,
Furry gods. Let's go. Goodbye, miss. It was a pleasure.
goodbye, gentlemen. And happy investigating.
I'm sure it'll be fun.
If there's anything I can help you with.
Thank you, Miranda.
We need to let them...
Please, I'm at...
Thank you, Mitt.
Oh, alright. It's leaving time. Here, we can only go here. So this is a shooting
I don't
scene.
believe this. Those two again?
Take them out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
Concentrate, Marty, for the God's sake.
And you drive like you're not a fucking lunatic?
Shut up and shoot, you big feather pillow.
Let's go, we got it.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Let's go. We got the trophy.
Whew. Well, that was close.
A little too close for my taste. And it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on, what did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So,
Investigating time.
we got a case.
I'm actually trying to keep Secrets. Just to find a painting.
Natasha tried to show us the painting. And that painting would have shown us the way.
The asylum. That wasn't it apparently.
Ibn and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion. Which made Albert
I think it is. Create the case. Why would they create the case?
fall in love with Natasha. And on a fateful night, he killed his brother.
So what happens now?
I called it.
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
9?
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
What? No, I snorted.
Hard.
No, you laughed.
Snorted hard.
Just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
So that's why the torn out tongue.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality. I think his two identities were at war with each other.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up. It hurts even to think about it. But without this feather duster, it wouldn't have worked. you remember that case with the goat?
Which one?
When that demented wolf devoured the kids of a young goat mother, and in revenge, she cut open his stomach and filled it with rocks.
Do I remember? I'll never forget it. Hell, that was a slaughterhouse. As far as I know, she even took the remains of the kids with her. But how did that come to mind?
This was that shop. The goat mother was running it. They found the dead wolf in here. Yeah, before it was closed down, when there was still some life here. Not even that now, just the void.
Yeah, spooky place, that's for sure.
Still, I love to live here.
Sonny, you're creepy. Eesh, just looking at the window gives me the creeps.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. The shop used to be open for a while, even after the incident. One of the goat's relatives was running it until someone from the dead wolf's family tried to burn it down.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I see we're ready.
You'll need a shotgun for this kind of deal, Marty. Maybe even that won't be enough.
Nothing to fear while Bertha's here. Even less because you're here too with Mr. Sinclair, of course.
Should I?
That would be nice for a change. If we survive this, can we?
I'd rather keep it for a really...
You're saying I'm not special enough?
I was joking. If we survive this...
Now you're talking. You think you'll need your fake badge?
I never needed a badge, Marty.
What a punchline.
It's more like a kind of good luck charm.
And? Does it work?
No, Marty. Not really.
You think you'll need... And? Do you think that'll be enough?
Enough evidence. Not in the slightest.
And with big guns.
Exactly.
I like this new Sonny.
There is no new Sonny. Just the...
If our theory's correct, this photo will hurt more than a bullet.
That's the plan.
It's a little outdated, but...
It can pierce the skin of a rhino, Marty, and the rust brings back memories. I'm a man of bad habits.
You know, sometimes I feel like I'm one of your bad habits.
Rest assured, Marty, you are.
Ah, Her Majesty Bertha II.
My drumstick still hurts every time I see her.
Be glad you're alive. Bertha rarely leaves witnesses. This fog's almost impenetrable.
Strange, but somehow this time I feel it's a good omen.
Really? How come?
I don't know. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel without the light.
Oh, you're not getting ready to die, are you, old man? If we're going on a suicide mission, I think I should know.
Why, haven't I told you yet?
You're not funny.
I thought it was funny.
Did you forget anything?
No, I just thought I'd take a look.
You becoming sentimental?
Who knows? Maybe I am.
Oh.
Should I say it?
I know, Sonny.
But you won't.
On the beak.
Thanks, pal.
Forget about it. I'd be bored to death otherwise. Buddy, you really need a secretary.
I thought about it too, Marty, but I'm still searching for a lunatic who'd take the job.
I'm sure Lewis would do it. I'd love to see him in a fancy little skirt. Really? Shit. I was trying to say it wrong. Abandon hope, all...
Very
funny, because it's true. What are you hiding in there, son?
You know, it's funny. I have no idea.
You want me to open it for you?
Don't shoot my cabinet, Marty.
Okay.
I wanna open
I can't even recognize the city in daylight.
Like a raving lunatic while asleep, right?
What was the last book you read, Sonny?
Something by Herringway, if I remember correctly.
Wow, really?
No.
Oh.
Huh. Maybe...
does look a lot different in here during the daytime.
I'm pretty, am I?
I simply can't take my eyes off.
Good. You know, pulling the trigger was the toughest decision of my life.
You mean when you shot me?
Yeah.
But it wasn't hard, because you thought you'd kill me.
Not at all, Sonny. I knew you'd survive. I wanted it to be a permanent injury and hurt like clucking hell. But I knew that everything would change from then on.
That something was gonna break between us?
Yeah. And that I was never gonna be the same either. With that shot, I also gunned down who I was, you know?
It really did hurt like hell.
I know.
I almost bled to death.
Almost was the goal.
And? Did you manage to forgive me?
Well, what hurt me wasn't what you did. I mean, of course it did, but what hurt the most...
Not until you pulled the trigger. At that moment...
Yeah. All right, enough sentimental crap. We have an insane...
What?
Come on, Sonny. Even a blind bat can see it.
Oh, well. Clock again.
Yep.
Achievement 2. Talk to Marty about the case that separated the chicken police.
You didn't have the chance to tell me what happened to your brother.
He left Clawville, and I haven't talked to him since.
Oh.
But I received an unexpected letter 2 weeks ago from the Sura province. Someone dropped it off at my door.
Was it him?
He wrote the letter, that's for sure. I could smell the jungle when I opened it. But whether he was the one who delivered it, I don't know.
Have you tried to find him?
He'll find me if he wants to, Sonny. I know he's not guilty, and that's enough.
But he's still wanted in Clawville, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for playing a part.
I know, Sonny.
You know, you've truly changed, Marty.
Thanks, boss.
Just, don't call me boss. I never thought I'd ever look at this place and think of it as home.
Life's weird, isn't it? I didn't think that after what I did to you, we'd work together again.
You mean when you shot me?
You know I had my reasons, Sonny.
Yeah. Have I ever,
I don't.
Then let's leave it that way.
Hey, I apologize for shooting you, Boss Bird.
That's okay, Marty.
I'll remember what you just said, and I'll...
Yeah? Well, don't try to...
Who, me? What do you think? Relax, soldier.
Huh? Well...
You were staring at that building so hard.
Are you shitting me? You're...
Not at all.
I have feelings too, you know.
I never said otherwise.
What do you know, Lewis?
Lewis became kinda part of the team in the end, didn't he?
You mean Leopold?
God damn it. Did I mess that up again?
No, I'm just joking. You said it right this time.
Huh. You know, if...
We can't deny that, even if we want to. Hey, Lewis. You weren't awake all night because of us, were you?
I've never been this excited, Sonny. Seriously, it is a great honor to be part of the team. What is it? What?
Just now, you didn't stutter. Not even a little.
Oh. I must be exhausted. It happens sometimes.
Suspect.
And it's back.
So, thanks again, Lewis. You always get us out of trouble.
Come on, boys. Don't even mention it. It is me who is grateful to be part of an adventure of the chicken police.
Maybe the last one, too.
Hey, Sonny. Don't spoil his mood. He's so cute.
Pardon?
Nothing.
So, you're going now to confront Mr. Whistler? You're brave, gentlemen. I'm honestly impressed.
Well, the rabbit's onto something.
This isn't about money. Not about courage or pride either. It's simply...
Stubbornness?
Mostly, yeah.
Fair enough.
Well,
Thanks, Lewis. We could use some luck, that's for sure. I hope he'll be okay this time. Because if he gets hurt, Laura will literally tear out my throat.
Look, Sonny, I think if we go now, there's no turning back. Not today, at least. So, are you ready?
I'm still...
Look, Sonny.
I'm still...
I just realized. Ibn at the Tsar Club.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
Albert.
Marty. Albert's been Ibn for a long time now.
He's been different.
You remember what Natasha said about him?
That he's been acting strange recently?
Exactly. Like he's not himself anymore.
And was almost hitting us in the face, huh?
Don't blame yourself, Marty. We couldn't have figured that out just by ourselves. The whole story's too twisted for that.
Well, it's how we make our living, Sonny. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more twisted cases to come.
Who knows, Marty? It's not up to us. It's mostly not up to us, in fact.
Yeah, right. Do you think the asylum was in on it? I mean, covering up Albert's disappearance?
You know that reptiles give me the creeps. One of them even set fire to that ship. But oddly enough, the doctor seemed honest to me.
He seemed like a patient to me.
Yeah. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process, he doesn't become a monster.
Are you still talking about the doctor?
Good question.
So, what's the plan? We shove the letter and our theory in his face and see what happens?
Something like that, Marty. I think our presence will be enough for the truth to come out.
I really hope you're right, Boss Bird.
We have no other choice. So I hope so, too.
Do you think it's a love triangle? I mean, could Natasha love Albert as well?
It's
Good
very
question,
possible.
Marty. But I don't think so. When I first spoke to Natasha, she told me she loved Ibn in her own way.
In her own way, huh? And could she love two rats in her own way?
Maybe. Maybe she even suspected the truth, but didn't dare admit it, even to herself.
So, what do you think, now that it's clearer?
I don't know, Marty, but I believe Natasha didn't mean to be bad. Not intentionally, at least.
I'm not as sure of that as you are, boss. But we'll find that out pretty soon, I guess.
I think Natasha was very much aware that wherever she goes, disaster follows her. But it's not her fault, and she can't do anything about it. There are people like that.
Really? You don't say. Someone...
You mean me?
Who can even read my...
Maybe you're right, Marty.
Okay, so when you feel we can leave...
Thanks, partner. I'll do that. Thanks, buddy.
You know, if it weren't for the bunny...
We can't deny that, even if we want to.
Alright. We may not finish this out. Yeah, we're gonna go elsewhere first. She's back.
Sometimes I think about what a hot and popular gal Ursula used to be.
Memories, huh?
I remember every day. Mostly because I've had a limp ever since.
Next time, tell your partner not to shoot you with a shotgun.
Well, that's very good advice, Bubo. Sometimes I think... No hard feelings.
What can I say, boys? I have a big, soft heart.
You sure do, Ursula.
Would you like a nice hot cup of tea?
No, thanks. We just came to say goodbye.
Why? You going so...
No, we're just visiting a...
Sonny's gonna die.
Shut up, Marty.
So it's a case.
You don't need to say that, Ursula. We deserved it.
You're a good boy, Sonny. And Marty's a downright saint.
Oh, come on, Ursula. Stop.
Alright, we'll end there. We'll come back and pick this up. Hopefully here soon. Finish out the game.